To be real, got to be real, got to be real. Y'all up? Saints, I ain't going to be before you long. In the immortal words of the Lion Preacher, I won't be before you long. But I absolutely could not resist coming on here for a moment or two just to discuss this situation with this fire monster. Now, she came on here. She'd been promising about this damn website that was coming. And was it yesterday when she came on and showed us these lovely models and showing us like this? This is a picture from the website. This is a snapshot from the website, the non-existent website. Look at this. Now, I know all the girls are talking about this, and maybe this is girl business, but look at that. This is the company who actually produced and paid for these models for these pictures. And this is Five Babe's picture right here. Where my finger at? Go right here. This is what Five Babe is presenting to be her models. This is the picture. Look at the picture of the girl's face. It is the exact same picture. It's been cropped into a different background. So she has stolen that picture. She has not paid a model. And this is the only thing she has to show from her new website, right? So the only picture she has to show from the website is a fraud. Fire monster. It's so easy to unravel these things. So now the girls are talking about it. I got this from Brianna. I was watching Brianna Simone, which led me to Dorita Philadelphia, which led me to the young girl, Demi did it, but I think it's Debbie Do It or something like that, her second site. But the point is, people, this woman is coming on here and pretending that this lovely hair on these models is her hair. Isn't that false advertising? How are you going to advertise a hair company and take a stock model or a stolen model and put that on your site as if this is your product? Now, the people who are shopping on that site are assuming that what they're looking at are these lashes from this, right? They're assuming that the hair that the girls are wearing is the hair they're potentially buying, right? This is why this is false advertisement. Because if you are using these as your model and you're pretending that these are your models, see, it's different than if it's on a book cover or some flyer or something like that. This is you saying that this is your product. You're advertising this as your product. So what happens when someone says, I like the way that hair looks, and I'm going to click on and purchase? What are they going to receive, Fire Monster? They're not going to receive the hair in the picture because the hair in the picture has nothing to do with you on either model, right? Were those young ladies, were they paid for their images being broadcast all over the internet? You see why this is all such bullshit? So basically, you're saying that you really haven't done anything at all towards any website. You came on here and you lied and you told these people that you had paid $1,500 to have a website developed. That was 3-4 weeks ago. You've taken all this time, delay after delay after delay, and then you come up with a picture which you have went and stolen from someone else's website. All you got to do is right click and paste, right? You change the background on it and made it your picture, and now you're presenting this as your product. So when I get this package, I open it up. What do I pull out of the box, Fire Monster? You have no idea where this hair even came from. It's got nothing to do with you. These lashes, you're advertising these as being your lashes, right? Except they had nothing to do with your lashes. So basically, this is what you call a bait and switch scheme. This is one of the oldest schemes in the world. You think you're buying one thing, and they send you something else. You think you're buying one thing, and they send you something else. You can't even produce this product You Fire Monster, you scandalous ass Fire Monster. How long did it take you to add that picture? I gave you credit. I said maybe someone snapped a picture. Took all of 3 seconds. But you didn't even do that because it's not your product. It's not your hair. It's not your lashes. It's not your models. It's not your lighting. It's not your background. It's not your nothing. Bait and switch. I believe it's a crime. I remember there was a street game. This is an old street game. Y'all know about bait and switch, right? You buy something online. You think you're getting one thing. They send you an inferior, cheap product, right? I remember in the street they had this scam that crackheads used to use. The crackheads, they would get bricks, right? Like a cedar block brick. And they would put that inside of a microwave box or a VCR box or a TV box. And they would have the new TV out so you can see the TV, right? And then they would have several boxes. Your presumption is these are stolen TVs, something. So maybe you feel like you're getting over or whatever. But the other boxes are all sealed up, right? But since you see one sitting there, and then you see these boxes of ones that are not even been opened yet, so you get all the way home, right? And when you get home, what do you get when you open up the new microwave to show the wife how you got over? You get a crackhead brick. A crackhead brick that's been covered with styrofoam and an old blanket in there. That's what it's basically the same thing. It's bait and switch. Right? So Fire Monster, you need to clean this shit up. Clean it up. And take those women's pictures down off of your site if you're presenting them as being people who are actually modeling your product. Right? You on here talking about you hired a model for this, and you hired a model for that, and you hired a model for this. So if you hired all these models, these lash models and these wig models, and all these people, these models you've taken from the club chat, if you have all these models, why are you using other people then? Bait and switch. They think they're buying one thing, you give them something, an inferior product. Hey, people, I won't be before you long, as I've already said. How y'all doing? 4 days to Christmas. Lord have mercy. I hope everybody has a nice Christmas this year, particularly you ones who are raising children. That's really a kid's holiday. Or you can be sharing it with your loved ones, whatever, your parents and so forth. I hope everybody has a nice Christmas as best you can, honey. But beware of these shysters, honey. Beware of these shysters. This is what this woman came and presented as being her models, her hair, her lashes, all this stuff. None of it is hers. You see what I'm saying? I told you guys before. She don't have no product. She don't have no merchandise. All she's doing is coming on here. You make the order. She goes down to the wig store and buys it. With your money. She takes off the biggest chunk of the money and whatever the little left, $22 or whatever, she goes and buys the stuff, brings it home and sends it to you. Just get up off your butt, go down to the beauty supply store and buy your own hair. Or I'm sure they all have websites. You can go and buy as much as you want for a fourth of what she's charging you for it. But I think it's pretty nervy. Nervy. I like that. Oh, that looks real nice. All your personal information now. All your credit card information, all your stuff. Hello, Wells. Hi, hon. I'll call you right back. I'm online right now. I'll call you right back later. That's my friend. He just moved to St. Louis. Anyway, were y'all as shocked as I was? I said, oh my God, girl. I mean, stock photos have their place. They have their place, but not when you're presented as a product, though. If you're advertising a hair product and you are showing these people as your models for this product, you're saying that this is what you're going to get when you order this hair. This is how it looks, and it's got nothing to do with it. I mean, it's incredible. But I hope you guys are paying attention and seeing what a scandalous woman this is. Because she had no problem coming and presenting this to you, knowing that some of these people could easily pull it up because it's public hair. So as it turns out, the young girl, Demi did it. She was familiar with those models. She thought they looked familiar when she saw this advertisement for her website. And she went and researched it and found the not only the model or the product or the hair or the lashes, she found it the exact same picture. This picture, the same image was used. So how did the Fire Monster figure that, oh, these people, they won't even know that I used their image? Girl, let's hope she paid for it at least. But it doesn't change the facts. It's bait and switch. If she's going to be advertising a product, that better be the same damn product she sends out. You cannot take a picture of something else and then send the person an inferior product. It's illegal. I try to warn her about the Better Business Bureau. She doesn't seem to give a shit. She's a basic street hustler. You cannot do that, Fire Monster. I cannot tell you that this is an iPhone. I cannot tell you this is an iPhone. I'm advertising iPhones for $400, $300 off the list price, and then send you a goddamn generic thing like this. I can't do that. That's illegal. She's a thief. That's right, Gail. You tell him. Gail Winfrey. Oh, that ain't your real name. Gail Winfrey. Maybe someday. Who knows, honey? Hi, Stanley Jones. I ain't gonna be here. For some reason or other, I cannot take a video. I cannot take an upload video on this computer for some reason. It doesn't record, or I can't figure it out. It takes a whole day to upload it. I could usually do it on my other computer. I mean, I got to bring all the lighting in there or whatever. So I figure I'll just go live. But I didn't want this to come out without me jumping on board, right? She has named me one of her enemies. She's made us all her enemies. This is her choice because she sees it as a fast buck, right? But what she didn't realize is when you have made enemies out of all these people, everything you do, Fire Monster, every time you bring slop online, talking about it's a goddamn smothered pork chops, every time you come on with one of these scams of yours, every time everyone is going to have to comment on it. They won't be able to resist. You say, you mean this girl's been caught again? Another scam? So we'll ask you again before we hang up, Fire Monster. Where are you going? Where else will you be able to pull off these scams other than Babe Nation? Are you leaving Babe Nation now as you leave the rest of us in 4 days? No. We got a whole week, 10 days. What are you going to do, girl? What are you up to? Ripping these people off. So there is no website. That means you have paid nobody no $1,500. We have seen that there are no wigs. We've only seen 2 wigs so far. And I've already told you, in this sea of hair in the United States, this sea of hair, all these different businesses selling hair. Why if somebody come over to a scam artist like you and you're putting up these lovely ladies and you acting like you'd pay these lovely ladies and they are, high class models or something. And then you got some people back in the backyard taking pictures, and that's what you're going to send these people. How are they going to react to when they finally get their purchases, and they say, "What? Wait a minute, this ain't what I saw on her website. This is nothing like what I saw on her website. The texture is not the same, color is not the same. This is not it." How do you explain that, Fire Monster? Girl, that is a deceptive practice. And you got deceptive practices in your vacations. You selling bogus ass vacations. You got on here weight loss scams. You got all of these various scams you participated in. And now we're going to add another one, another deceptive practice. Girl, how long do you think it's going to take for these people to start taking a look at you, Fire Monster? Some people take offense. I take offense that you're ripping people off like this. It's not right. It's wrong. Now, maybe they are dumb. Maybe they don't give a fuck. They find you funny enough to pay you like this. But there's something wrong here, honey. Something wrong. Something wrong. I can't imagine what her Better Business Bureau rating is going to look like. Oh, they rate you? Is that how it happens? They rate you to a degree, and then at some point they come and arrest your ass, I would imagine. Dumb nigga business. Bait and switch. That's what it is. That is exactly what that is, honey. This girl's pretending she has a company that she don't even have. She don't have no location. She don't have no office. She don't have no website. She don't have no hair. She don't have no nothing. It's all hype. All hype contingent on you sending her money. And you know who her victims are? I'll make it easy for you. They're called Babe Nation. The ones that she told Tracy D, I ain't giving them shit. Common street hustler and crackhead. You have to be careful. A lot of hair vendors do that. Oh, girl, okay. Y'all want to continue to go to wait a minute. Okay, so Angie Dickerson, I guess you were familiar with hair, and you're saying you have to be careful. A lot of, well, I got to be careful. It's still wrong. I don't give a damn who do it. It's still wrong, honey. Girl, if I'm going on your site and you sell hair and I think I'm buying the shit that I'm looking at and I get something else totally different, I shouldn't take offense to that? Come on now. Come on now, Angie. I know people go to different sites and maybe you like her, but that's just bullshit. Because somebody else does it doesn't mean it. Because people sell crack, does that mean I can go sell crack? I mean, make it plain. People sell fake glasses. Does that mean I got to go sell fake glasses now? People sell bogus products. They sell fake Gucci and fake Louis Vuitton and all these things. Does that mean that I'm supposed to do that as well because there are crooks in the world? She's a crook. Y'all got to stop kissing her ass. You got to stop enabling this girl. She's only getting away with it because she feels like she can get away with it. And people who follow her and who support her and encourage her, you're all hurting her. And she probably goes and does a big hit at night. Forgets all about the details. Tell it all, God dog it. And for Christmas, on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a box of yuck. A box of yuck. A box of what? And a partridge in a pear tree. What the hell are you sending these people, honey? She's probably buying, she wanted to have the biggest profit margin. So she's buying this shit as cheap as she can get it and selling it for the very highest price she can sell it, right? All that would require is first to go and research what is the cheapest hair you can get. Then cross-reference that to go online and find out what are the high-end stores selling it for. And then she sell it towards the high end. She wants the highest profit margin possible. That means buying cheap, selling expensive. Why are you giving her all this money? For what? You can buy the same shit. She hasn't done anything, child. Why did she come on here and lie and tell us she paid somebody $1,500 for that website? What website? And that picture is supposed to be part of the website? She lied to you again. She told you that picture where she wrote her name on, that's supposed to be a part of the website. So is she going to use this on her website? Is she going to continue this lie? What is her plan, honey? So that's another $1,500 she's kept for herself and lied about it. Now she tells you she want to go buy some new titties with it. Fine Monster, you ain't gonna you've accumulated too many character defects to catch a man now. Your uplifted titties is not gonna make no difference. You are siding with the man that convinced you you have to have higher lift. Because you remember Tommy Sotomayor is the one that first brought voice to her sinking breast. No big deal. We all got sinking. I got sinking breast. Anyway, he laughed and made music out of her sinking breast, right? So now she's siding with Tommy Sotomayor and actually paying money to raise her breast. Is this the please Tommy? Is it Stockholm Syndrome? What is it, Fire Monster? And you going to come and tell us what worthless pieces of shit we are and how you going to elevate yourself above us. Elevate it to where, honey? Who's inviting you? You got to start over from zero, girl. And your people who are in this babe nation of yours, what makes you think they're going to follow you somewhere? Follow you for what? They like the shit. They like the shits and giggles over here, honey. That's why they found your ass. You said you're the queen of this shit, right? People, I cannot believe that I have got my black ass on here talking about this fucking fire monster again. Girl, it's like an addiction. I'm sorry. My breasts don't sink like hers. You tell them, Rhonda. That's right, honey. They're perky. She gonna try to make hers perky. Girl, it's probably going to, you buying discount titties, it's probably going to be a disaster, girl. One, is your titty hanging low? Is the on the floor? And then the one titty here and the one titty there. Give it up, Fine Monster. A man is not going to want you because of your damn titties. So I don't know who in the hell you're trying to impress. They're not going to choose you. You need to work on your personality, honey. Work on that. Forget about the breast. You're 40 years old. Just have a good solid bra. Astro Kid said, Tommy doesn't have any room to call anybody fat. He looks like he's 8 months pregnant. That's right. And me too. I ain't going to be sitting up here criticizing nobody else for their body and the things that take place in nature. It takes place in nature. So go ahead, Fire Monster. Keep trying to hold on to your youth, honey. No, girl. If they didn't want you then, they don't want you now. If you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. You'll be lonely and they'll be long gone. Wait. The night being your 40. What were you going into your 40s? So I'm telling you, wait until tonight, honey. You think you're lonely at 39? Wait until tonight, girl. Okay, I want y'all to think about this now. I ain't thinking about you, Carter. Let me erase your comment. I want y'all to think about this now. Because Fire Monster has already told you how she likes plastic surgery and how she's had several procedures in the past, and now she's about to embark on new procedures, right? So I want you to start thinking about this. Maybe we need to start talking about those cheeks. Maybe we need to start talking about those cookie-tookie cheeks. Because that's one of the kind of surgeries that Black women have. I mean, they don't have all of the shit that these white women have, but they definitely do the cheeks. So I want you to start thinking about it. Maybe we have to start taking a more serious look at where she got those cheeks from. Perhaps we need to start looking at some younger pictures of the Fire Monster. All right, people. I had to give me a little piece of it. Y'all have a good night. Christmas is in 4 days. Praise Jesus.